Hi there, and thank you for returning to my channel, Coin Lady. I have always been quite concerned about the long-standing belief that XRP is not suitable for retail use. Additionally, I get the impression that it has been exaggerated for quite some time. However, I would want to discuss a few points related to this in this video and determine whether it is indeed confirmed. Has the fact that XRP was never intended for retail sale been proven? Certainly, we will be discussing it. We have the Ethereum exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and the Bitcoin ETFs, that are currently trading. At this point, the only thing I want to remember is the names of these ETFs, correct? Big names in the industry are beginning to tokenize with public blockchains, including BlackRock and Franklin Templeton, among many others. Other notable players include WisdomTree, Van Eck, Franklin, and BlackRock. Consider how this did not exist even just a few years ago. Where we are in the space at the moment is really mind-boggling. Perhaps I'm alone in this, but I can't help but dwell on this. I feel like I finally got it, and we're still in the midst of this wild roller coaster trip, but I can see where we're going. We continue to ascend and descend the hills. Because of how little activity there has been in the market for older coins, we are simply waiting for this market to act on all coins. However, I'd like it if you could grasp our current situation, both in terms of cyclical trends and the acceptance of these technologies. The first signs of institutionalization in this field have just emerged. For context, let's consider a period 6 years ago. This is merely a partial list. It's ironic that this list was just recently highlighted by Paul Barron TV, because it was just making the rounds. All of the partnerships are listed here. To be honest, this is only skimming the surface. Ripple announced 100 institutional players in 2017, or maybe 2016, I'm not sure which one it was. The most well-known names in the industry are among them. You, your loved ones, and acquaintances utilize these banks. I'd be surprised if you couldn't locate a card associated with one of these major figures in your wallet right this second. Just think of all the names that are still associated with Ripple now, compared to those that were linked to Ripple 6 years ago when the war broke out. Take Fiona Murray as an example. She spearheads Ripple's APAC operations as managing director. She has worked for several large organizations before, such as Fiserv Oracle. In passing, I might mention Fiserv, a massive corporation specializing in digital financial technology. I have previously touched on this topic. Beyond that, though, she made the announcement in an interview from November of last year that 500 companies are collaborating with Ripple, with many of them using XRP as a bridge currency. I still don't believe XRP is serving as a bridge currency at this time. It seems like they have XRP in mind to serve as a bridge currency. Many people exaggerated the situation. Yes, though, they are currently collaborating with more than 500 artists. Many of the groups might constitute formal educational institutions. Central banks might be among them. We know that they are in talks with 20 or 30 central banks worldwide. There is a huge network inside Ripple that most people are ignoring at the moment. What does this signal for the future of XRP in the retail market? No, but I'd like to go into more detail about it since I published an article about it in September of last year, when the debate about whether or not XRP was intended for retail use really began to heat up. I did mention that the notion that XRP was never intended for retail is rather overblown, but things could get serious when this market grows up. A ripple effect is not a dictum. Anyone may purchase or utilize XRP. Establishments are XRP's primary target. When it comes to retail becoming a part of the trip, I think price is the largest impediment. At this point in time, the ordinary person would have a very hard time affording even one Bitcoin. And things have only gotten worse with this stance. Whereas Bitcoin was trading at around $1,000 in September, it is currently sitting at around $70,000, making it very difficult for the average person to purchase even one Bitcoin. There are a lot of reasons retail falls behind, but the biggest one is pricing. Many people make fun of the idea of setting high XRP values, but that's fine. The real question is whether or not retail will have enough XRP when the time comes. In all honesty, how many people are actually able to purchase 10,000 XRP, 50,000 XRP, 100,000 XRP, etc.? It is still difficult to own substantial quantities of XRP even at today's prices. I think a lot of these assets will drive retail out of owning substantial amounts as institutional acceptance and consumption expand. This area is really young, so keep that in mind. So, when this market presents us with amazing possibilities, we should all seize them. The tide will turn at that point. Given that nobody is currently thinking, "Oh, let's hype up a meme coin," it's clear that nothing is happening. I say we pump it. We should pump both this meme coin and that meme coin. At the moment, that's the way people think in those areas. Is there a way to make XRP pump? Is there a way to make this pump? I don't know how to make that pump. And I get it, we do, in fact, aim for short-term profitability. That's the main point of sale. Institutions aren't what we are. We don't have millions of people sitting around doing nothing while we prepare to deploy or do something else, do we? I already mentioned that I think we will receive payment in the near future, so that's what we're aiming for. However, the primary emphasis and important point to keep in mind is the direction this area is actually moving in. Talks about tokenization and CBDC are making it quite clear that a new financial landscape is emerging, but few people are paying attention. Right now, we're looking at XRP dips. Before large organizations could invest in cryptocurrency, this opportunity has never been available to the general public. Institutional money is beginning to pour into the market, which is the polar reverse of what happened during the dot-com bubble. Retail and speculative interest were already present. Here we can see that XRP dips is essentially paraphrasing this post by Chad Stein. Furthermore, we have achieved a first in human history, the widespread adoption of a technology with the potential to revolutionize our way of life. That is the reason behind their opposition. They aim to make it appear horrible because of that. The more of us there are, the less they want us to participate. They would like no one to find out. But we must remember this is the most important factor in order to finish the project. Without thorough public stress testing, it will not operate. As the future financial network's beta testers, we will receive compensation for our efforts. The same holds true for institutions. Some, like Bitcoin, had been around for a while. In my heart of hearts, I think it is my firm belief that Bitcoin was either invented by or with the assistance of a government or a large institutional player. I am not convinced. As if it were merely created by some random person somewhere. No, I am not convinced by it. It seems like this has been in the works from the beginning. Never forget the definition of crypto. We return to the internet in retrospect. In what ways did the internet fail? Online transactional flows through e-commerce, gambling websites, and the like were not truly designed into the internet. It wasn't really designed to handle billions of users. Therefore, what exactly is the internet lacking? Something fundamental is lacking, a transactional basis. Virtually no monetary system was ever established on the web. Crypto fits the bill in that situation. This is the monetary backbone that the web just does not possess. This has been in the works from the beginning, so now that we're giving it our full attention and considering its magnitude, it makes perfect sense. This was bound to take place whether or not the relevant institutions and governments were present. Without a doubt, Bitcoin was the catalyst. Now we must consider the ultimate destination of all the funds. It will eventually find its way into assets driven by utility. So, right now, we're going to be discussing XRP and its potential retail use with the major companies. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.